YouTube. Mid-engine supercars seem to get churned out by the Baker's dozen in Europe, but until Chevrolet gets around to producing a mid-engine Corvette, America has just one, the Ford GT. The first production spec 2017 Ford GT goes off the factory line within the next 4 weeks, and as the Blue Oval makes the final tweaks to its reborn supercar, Ford invited us out to Las Vegas Motor Speedway to snag shotgun and go for a ride.
Sport mode builds upon normal mode. It sharpens up throttle response, loosens up traction control restrictions, engages an anti-lag system, and puts the rear spoiler up at 70 miles per hour and down at 45 miles per hour. Track is more intense still. It deploys the rear spoiler, drops the ride height down to 2.7 inches of clearance, startlingly fast at that, and stiffens the GT's racing-derived suspension, which features inboard-mounted torsion beams and push rods mated to Multimatic Strict Dynamic Suspension Spool Valve, DSSV, shock absorbers. Open the scissor door, duck, and slip into the cabin. It's a pretty welcoming place, even if the cockpit is rather snug with hand and eye nearly touching shoulders. The seats are fixed into the carbon fiber tub, so legroom is a bit precious for this 6'1" scribe, but at least the seat backs recline a bit to up the comfort. The driver's seat is fixed, too. The pedals and steering wheel adjust to fit the driver. The cabin has a very McLaren-like vibe to it with high-quality materials, few buttons, and a driver-focused, business-first layout. Shared parts with other Ford products seem to be few and far between. Just as quickly as our lap began, Hand pulls the GT back into the pits to wrap up our session. Although it's nearly impossible to verify without getting behind the wheel ourselves, the 2017 Ford GT seems like it could be every bit as capable as the McLaren 675 LT, as engaging as the Ferrari 488 GTB, and as accessible as the Porsche 911 GT3, all of which Ford benchmarked the new GT against. Even though the first GT delivery is later this month, Ford's still tinkering away. Nair says the company will spend the next few weeks tweaking the transmission calibration, making the instrument. Those not in the first allotment can get their first crack at owning America's mid-engine supercar when the next batch rolls out in 2018. We just can't wait to go for a drive. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe in our channel. See you in next video.